St. Louis Park High School for Metro West Conference Volleyball. The Cooper Hawks on the road tonight taking on the host Orioles. I am Jay Wilcox along with Lisa Murphy. And Lisa, interesting setup for both of these teams. A first-year head coach for Cooper and a second-year head coach here at St. Louis Park. They've been meeting in conference play for a long time, and they're going to see how they stack up here tonight.
Yeah, we talked with both coaches before the game, and it sounds like Cooper is a really young team. Brian kind of mentioned that he had a lot of JV players who are playing their first year in varsity, so he's really excited to kind of see their confidence build. And we talked to Whitney Morato-Simon, the coach for St. Louis Park, and she was really excited about how her players have grown since last year, this being her second year as a head coach.
Yeah, they've beefed up their schedule a little bit, and she definitely feels like that is helping them. Meanwhile, for Cooper, a couple wins in the tournament a few weeks back. You know, they're just looking to build and get some confidence going. They feel like they stayed with Chaska for a little bit, you know, the first set the other night. That you have to build on those little things.
Yeah, he mentioned that one of his players, he's really kind of having his whole team ride on Ballard. She's just a really talented player, and there are some D2 schools in Minnesota who are interested in having her play with them. So I'm really excited to see kind of what she brings tonight and how Brian has designed his team to use her weapons on offense.
And St. Louis Park with a player who definitely is, you know, far and away their kill leader too, Ella Trotter, and she's done some good things for them. And they're hoping that she can, you know, kind of come out and control the action a little bit on their side of the net.
Yeah, when we talked to Whitney Morato-Simon about just the leadership that she's shown, and she said that their other outside hitter had really stepped up. So when you have two girls across the court from each other, one's always in the front row, one's always in the back row, you really just have a lot of communication and leadership both in those roles. So yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how maybe that expertise and that experience kind of competes against a really talented player like Ballard.
All right, a couple of programs trying to build their volleyball programs up. We'll see who comes out on top tonight. It's the Cooper Hawks and the St. Louis Park Orioles, and it's coming up next here on 12 Sports.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Welcome back here to St. Louis Park as the Hawks and Orioles completing their warm-ups here for this contest. Of course, they were been in the same conference for a long time. Now the Metro West. Prior to that, they'd been in the North Suburban together for a while. The Classic Lake before that, the Lake for a long time. So really been in the same conference, I think, pretty much throughout the whole time that Cooper's been open as a school. So long rivalry between those teams. As you get a look at the starters for the visiting Hawks here, first of all, Monet Harris, T.T. Longs, Summer Ballard, Caitlin Jandal, Anna Carson, Emma Bonifield is their setter, and Samara Ballard is the libero for the Hawks. And as we said, new coaches here, Brian Borges taking over. He had been at Breck School prior. Ella Trotter, Kim Lindgren, Michaela Winward, Paige Stewart, Rachel Lang, Taylor Ewald, the setter, and Maddie McIntosh, the libero for St. Louis Park on their home court. There is a look at Brian Borges, the Hawks' new leader, and he said, you know, obviously you got some teaching to do. Not a ton of players who have played a lot of varsity ball or that play, you know, necessarily a lot of club volleyball. So certainly are some, and you know, you build as much as you can, and that's what they're trying to do right now. And then on the other side, last year, Whitney Murado-Simon took over, and then she's felt like they've taken a step forward this year. And you know, certainly both of these programs have been in kind of the same spot where they've had a lot of years where they haven't been over 500 or they haven't been huge winning successes or whatever, but you know, that doesn't mean it has to stay that way, and that's what they're both trying to get things turned the other way.
Yeah, Whitney mentioned that she really put an effort to beef up their schedule. So she said this is the first year they played against Edina, against Washburn and Burnsville, and well, they had played Chaska before, and she said that the game against Chaska went really well. So she's felt like she's given her team a lot of challenges early on in the season, and hopes that that has really strengthened them and boosted their confidence for the rest of the season.
Armstrong, a common opponent for these teams. Cooper met them right away at the beginning of the season, whereas St. Louis Park played them just a couple nights ago on Tuesday night and ended up losing, but losing in 4. It was, you know, all the sets but one were quite close. So they, you know, Armstrong has got a fairly good young team too. So that one was a pretty good matchup and a good test for them, and they're hoping to build off that a little bit, even though it did turn out to be a loss.
Okay.
Now we're going to take a little time out here, and we'll come back with the start of set number 1 here as the Orioles and the Hawks battle it out here in Metro West Volleyball on 12 Sports.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Fancy pants peanut butter? A big screen television? You haven't even bought a sofa yet. A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles? What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers. Feed the pig.
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit. Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just, please, don't leave. Okay. But remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
And welcome back here to St. Louis Park as the crowd meeting the two teams here this evening. Both will be in white, but see Cooper in the blue trim and St. Louis Park with the black and orange. Getting into the point of the season now where you can't quite say it's, well, it's early. We're still, you get now toward the end of September, and now is the time when those kind of excuses or whatever kind of flow out. You got to be starting to really feel good about things heading down the stretch at this time of the year.
Yeah, you've kind of established some patterns, established a normal rotation. And St. Louis Park has done a really good job loading up their schedule early, having 16 games under their belt versus Cooper with just 10 games. Cooper's still looking forward to being in 2 tournaments coming up, and St. Louis Park kind of having the advantage of having their tournaments earlier on in the season. So right away, they have a little bit more experience this season coming onto the court than Cooper does.
Let's play volleyball.
So we are about ready to get things started here in set number 1.
We heard from St. Louis Park's coach that right away they're going to start running a 6-2, so they'll have 2 different kids setting for their hitters, and Cooper is going to be running a 5-1, so they will always have Bonifield setting for them.
Samara Ballard will come right in, the libero for Cooper, as St. Louis Park will start with the serve, and Kim Lindgren will get things started here for the Orioles this evening. And we are underway. Great serve to start it out. Cooper just barely gets there. They'll come to Trotter, and we had a net violation against Cooper. So first point will go up for the Orioles.
We saw a really nice swing from Trotter, and we saw some really nice defense from Cooper lining up behind that block on the sideline.
Sent deep to the middle, but a pretty good pass there. Tough ball to handle at the net, but the Orioles would get it over. Big scramble as Longs got to it for Cooper.
Longs, a scramble again. Longs really hustling, keeping that ball in play.
Very athletic, but not especially big to be playing there on that outside hitter spot, but it'll be interesting to see how she does. Here's Trotter, and off the block and good, and Ella Trotter will score it for St. Louis Park. They go up 2-0.
Nice swing by Ella Trotter, seeing that that block wasn't completely closed. Tried to squeeze it in between and gets the point.
They'll come to Longs, and a lot on it, but just too long, and 3-0 lead now for St. Louis Park.
Tough set for Longs, kind of setting her on the 10-foot line. She did the best she could with a really aggressive swing.
Near collision there, but the Hawks able to get to it. Ballard will push it over, but a good chance here for Park. And here is Trotter denied. Nice block there for the Hawks. Kendrick, yep. Got up strong.
Great read, good positioning. Great close on the block. Strong hands.
Cooper hoping that'll get them started. Sometimes defense can get you fired up, and they get that great block. Trotter didn't get the ball where she was expecting it there. She was kind of on the way down by the time she tried to put a little awkward swing on that one, so 3-2.
Great heads-up play by Trotter, however. There was not a defensive person on the left front, so the court was open. She just needs to execute that shot.
To the outside, but wide there as Kendrick tried to go down that sideline.
A set from Ballard on the outside. A little, not your typical set as a middle hitter coming from the left side of your body.
Taylor Ewald will serve here for Park. And the Hawks, Harris unable to play that one, so 5-2 lead. And another ace served up here by Ewald for St. Louis Park.
Yeah, the Hawks are having trouble receiving her serves. Ewald putting a little bit of float on them.
Official checking. And apparently need to get a different volleyball in.
A lot of movement on that ball. And the setter's not able to get there. Looks like did we get a different ball for Ewald?
Yeah.
All right. Another aggressive serve forces an overpass.
Put away at the net there by Windward for St. Louis Park.
Looks like we have a substitution on Cooper's side. Longs is going to go play some back row, see if she can get Ewald's serve up in the air for her setter. There we go.
And a much better result. Obviously, it all starts with being able to get that first pass, and Kendrick gets the kill there for Cooper.
Really quick pass and a quick set to that right side. The ball didn't have to travel all across the court, and she was just able to elevate, see that the block wasn't closed, and take advantage of it.
Samara Ballard with the serve. And put away nicely by Windward for Park. They go back up by 5 now at 8-3.
We have Trotter in the back row now with his topspin jump serve.
Cooper certainly has had trouble handling the serve of it early on here, and they trail at 9-3. And aimed for the sideline, but just missed. It was a tough serve, but didn't quite hit the court, so Cooper get the side out here.
A lot of speed, a lot of topspin on that serve, really aggressive.
Bonifield serving here for the Hawks. Tough ball to handle, and then put away at the net as Paige Stewart really didn't get a lot of jump on that, but she was just ready for it and did a nice job with the hands.
We even saw Samara Ballard, the libero, read that ball really well. She was in the front row. The middle hitter didn't go to her. Instead, she did a directional block to the other side of the court, which was a good move, but a really good read from Samara as well.
So Park taking the 10-4 lead here in the first set.
So just in this timeout, as a coach, if you're looking at the score, it's really easy to see that the difference, those 6 points, really can be compensated for just with serve receive. So just the errors on serve receive, if Cooper can clean those up, they'll be in a lot better position.
And you have to start by just, I think with the basics, getting the ball up. I mean, yes, you'd like to make the perfect pass to your setter, but at first, keeping the ball in play, getting the ball up to where somebody can make a play on it. even if it's not, perfect, you have to start with that.
Yeah, kind of holding still as the ball touches your platform and accepting, if it goes to the 10-foot line instead of right to the setter spot on the net.
Maddie McIntosh serving here. And that another struggle to get that ball, and then it looked like Bonifield took her eye off it a little bit there as well, the setter. So 11-4 lead here for the Orioles.
In St. Louis Park with aggressive serve after aggressive serve. We're seeing a float here, lots of movement on it. The ball kind of died as it came over the net.
Not a bad pass from the person on the bench there. If they had been able to keep that going, no. But
if only, 7th player on the bench. There we go.
And the result, much better. Ballard with the hit. It's off the ceiling, but the Orioles recover, and a nice hit on the run by Lindgren.
And a nice dig from Ballard, libero Ballard on Cooper. We have 2 sisters on the court, so we're going to have to specify. We have a hitter and a libero here.
And that one dropped into the middle. The Orioles couldn't quite get there. So Cooper breaking the run here, and they'll get a side out on Summer Ballard to serve.
A deep jump float serve from Summer Ballard.
And that one will drop into the middle as Hannah Carson gets the kill for Cooper.
She has really good positioning on the court. Her arms up high, and she kind of does an off-speed shot cross court.
Park got a little flat-footed there. It was like, I think a couple of different players thought somebody else was going to go for it. And that serve is out.
Mm-hmm.
So Windward will serve now for St. Louis Park, leading it by 7. They've been in the lead throughout this first set, with strong serving being a big key. Here's Longs off the tape. Dug up, though, by Trotter. And the Hawks will get the point.
It looked like Lindgren had a great shot. She was aiming almost down the line on the outside of the blocker's hands, but the set just kind of died a little early. And she ended up swinging into the net.
Yeah, nice block. A little hang time there for Kendrick. It was an awkward hit. So she was nearly coming down as she made this block.
Yeah, she really had to stick with it. The timing of the hitter was a little off, but yeah, she just kept her eye on the ball and sent it down.
Cooper back to within 5. Started to play a little bit better here. And we had a net violation against the Hawks right there, so the point goes up for Park, 14-8. Paige Stewart to serve here for St. Louis Park.
I feel like that's their first standard topspin serve that we've seen from St. Louis Park.
They go right side back to Carson, and she delivers again here for Cooper. And like you were saying earlier, I mean, it sounds simple, but when they've been able to make that first pass and serve receive, then, they've played pretty even with St. Louis Park.
If I'm calculating correctly, which it's not always true, I think that every time Cooper has set their right side, I think they're hitting 1,000 over there. I know for sure that they've gotten 3 kills. So interesting that avenue of offense is being so successful for them tonight.
6-point lead here for St. Louis Park. They'll come to Longs on the left and into the tape with that one.
Longs did a good job glancing up at the block, seeing that it was cross court, trying to cut the shot, just hit the tape instead of clearing it.
Ballard gets a nice pass, and now Longs will get a swing. Blocked. Come back to her there. Her long reach to get that one. Gonna come with the middle and denied. Good block put up by St. Louis Park's Rachel Lang. I believe got most of that one.
Really tight coverage by Cooper. We have 3 players almost in the same 4-foot square. But yeah, great effort. The setter's doing a good job sending it out to Long when she can. Long keeping it in play, even when she had to reach really high and avoid the antenna on the outside.
17-9 lead here for St. Louis Park.
I'm sure St. Louis Park is saying, stay aggressive on serves, keep mixing it up. Every server has kind of presented Cooper with something different to have to adapt to, either floats or jump top spin or jump floats. So yeah, it's been really interesting watching Cooper's back row adjust to all those different styles of serving.
Lindgren Jr. coming out to serve again here for St. Louis Park as we exit this timeout. Another strong serve. Ballard, though, got it up at least, and now Summer Ballard's hit would have gone over, but it hits the ceiling overhang. Not a particularly high ceiling here, that's for sure. One of the older schools in the conference, and can be a factor. Good pass this time from Summer Ballard, but overpass there. Hawks though ready defensively at least. Long sends it over. Double contact called there, it looks like, against the Orioles.
Really nice pickup in defensive transition by Ray Beener on that play, defensive specialist for the Cooper Hawks. Kept the ball alive on the right side.
Here's Longs with the serve, but into the net it goes. So trying to get, tough to get, a little bit of a run going when they've been a little sporadic with their serves. So now Ewald, who maybe has been the most dangerous server of them all so far for Park, will get a chance to put a little run together again like she did last time. 19-10, St. Louis Park lead. And that's an ace. Nobody came close to getting to that one. Short floater. I thought it might be too short and hit the net, but
made it over. Ewald with 18 aces on the year. That would make it 19.
Yeah, I think she had a couple in that first time she had to serve too. Yeah.
So probably over 20.
Yes. Summer Ballard backpedaling, and a nice dig, and then they fight and get it over. Wow, great recovery by Park. And then we had double contact called there against Cooper, so the scramble worked as they dug that ball off the floor. I was about ready to call it a good point for Cooper, and instead St. Louis Park leads 21-10.
Ballard passes that really short serve well.
Nice block by Trotter. Here's Summer Ballard. And they scramble and do get it over.
Samara Ballard with a save.
That one is going to land just in. And Park, I don't think anybody was too sure whether that ball was going to be in or not, as it was just an overhand pass there by Amaya Florial, and it landed just in. So Park wasn't necessarily artistic, but they'll count it the same, 22-10.
And Ewald back to serve again.
Summer Ballard had to backpedal. The set wasn't where she was expecting. 23-10 now, so things have started to unravel a little bit again for Cooper here after they had battled back to within 4 or 5 points in the middle. Here's Summer Ballard getting a swing this time, and you see what she can do. Definitely a strong hitter for them, 23-11.
Yeah, when that set is there and she's able to jump and really extend those long arms, long legs in the air, and hit the ball cross court, yeah. It's going to be hard to play defense against if they keep getting her those sets.
Samara Ballard. The ball might have been heading out, but they play it. And then a kill in the middle for Park's Windward. And they go up 24-11. Trotter will try and finish things off here for St. Louis Park as she heads to the service line. And it'll just crawl over, and that is set point for Park as they will win the first set here tonight, 25-11 as you get another look
So one of the advantages of that topspin serve is that when it hits the tape, it kind of pulls itself over the net, and Cooper just not ready to dive down and try to rescue it. So game point is an ace serve from Trotter.
So St. Louis Park prevails 25-11. We'll be back with set number 2 in just a moment.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed.
I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it.
I just want my family to be safe.
But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right seat to make sure your child is protected.
Welcome back here to St. Louis Park High School for Metro West Volleyball as the Orioles coming through in good fashion in the first set, beating Cooper 25-11. And Lisa, not much mystery about what Cooper, we talked about it through that first set. They struggled to pass the serve, and without that, pretty difficult to put any run of points together.
They did struggle on serve receive, and then when they would fight back and get the point, sometimes they would end up missing some of their serves. We did see some adaptations. Taylor Ewald having a really first successful round of serving, and then it looked like Cooper was more prepared for her the next time that they saw her up at the service line. So maybe some coaching, maybe some tweaks here and there, and they'll be a little more prepared for all the different servers that they're going to face from St. Louis Park.
Yeah, there were definitely some tough serves to handle, too. We don't want to make it seem like, that it wasn't in large part because St. Louis Park was serving well, because they were.
Mm-hmm.
That's the good news in volleyball, though. When you get to that second set, slate is clean. You go back to 0-0, and
fresh start.
We've certainly seen many matches where, somebody winning big in the first one doesn't necessarily dictate what's going to happen all night. So Cooper will have the serve, and Tynesha Longs will serve it up here. TT Longs. And that pass to the right side. St. Louis Park looked a little out of sync there, so the Hawks will strike first.
Looked like, Lindgren ended up on the Cooper side of the net after that swing.
And they let that one drop as Lindgren and McIntosh both were in position where they could have played it, but they each thought the other was going to.
Little miscommunication. Puts Cooper up 2-0.
Trotter struggling to receive that serve, and now 3-0. So great start to the second one for Cooper. And Long's just, doing a good job putting the ball into play where they're struggling to get it. Trotter was kind of caught in between playing that ball overhand or not.
Lots of deep top spin on these serves from Longs. Great dig there from Longs, trying to keep her serving run alive.
To the outside they go Lindgren. Ballard there, Samara Ballard that is, and we're going to have double contact called on the Cooper setter. as Bonifield was backpedaling and apparently got a little too much of that one. So Lindgren serving here for St. Louis Park.
Nice in-system pass. A great swing, and it's dug by McIntosh.
Nobody home, though, to take that pass, so Summer Ballard gets the kill here. 4-1, Cooper coming out with some more confidence here and playing a little better here to start the second set. Samara Ballard, the server.
Samara Ballard with a really unique serve approach.
Overpass there, but a good recovery by the setter Ewald, who that was a very tough ball to do anything with at all, and she just got her right hand on it and directed it over. So windward to serve here for Park. Beener, a nice pass. Oops, and mix up there and where that ball was going to be set, and Jandal ended up, she's not a lefty, but had to try and play it left-handed there.
Looked like there was, a net violation called because of the confusion.
And a serving error there for Windward. Park has not had too much of that so far here. They've served very tough. Cooper goes up 5-3 as Bonifield will serve it here for the Hawks.
So Bonifield in the back row now. So she will have 3 hitters in the front row running from the back row to set. So it'll be a little more difficult to get in position, but she'll have more options once she's in position. 3 girls to set.
Play it over now. Ballard off the ceiling. The Orioles able to recover and get it over. And we had a net violation against St. Louis Park as Stewart, in going for that block, got some net along with it. So 6-3 lead for Cooper.
Strong swings and blocks from both sides.
And put away nicely there as they went middle that time, and Paige Stewart gets it done for St. Louis Park, and they're back to within 2.
Nice communication from the Orioles in that. We could hear her yell for that one all the way from the booth here.
Julia Osted now will serve here for the Orioles. And just a bit low. Summer Ballard to serve now for Cooper. Trying to build on a 3-point lead. Comes with the short floater that Trotter gets to. And then put away there as Floreel hits the tape with it. Made it a little tougher ball to handle, I think. Hitting way off the net.
Yeah, lots of spin. It looked like Samara thought it was going to be a little higher, thought she could take it with her hands.
Trotter. Trotter's pass pretty low, but they get to it. Sent over. Floreel with the block for Park. And they come back right side. They just keep that one alive. Cooper wants to go right back right side again.
Carson with 2 swings already in this volley.
And Samara Ballard runs it down. Great rally here by both sides. Dug up after a very strong hit.
Bonifield playing great defense on that right side.
And ultimately they get the block as Jandal and Carson are there and blocked by Carson.
Great job by Carson. She is really excited after that hard-fought point.
Certainly the best rally of the night for both teams there, 8-5.
Agreed.
And Floreel hit that one into the tape. So Cooper and St. Louis Park, mixing in some players that haven't played in the first set too, and I think that can hurt your rhythm a little bit. Obviously, when you're up, you want to use your bench. You want to get these players that work hard and practice some time too, and that can throw things off a little bit when when you've been in a pretty good groove.
Yeah, I agree. Your setter's looking at different hitters, different heights of hitters. Hitters want the ball in a different spot, or defense players are used to covering line or cross, and sometimes, yeah, just mixing it up can throw everybody off.
Cooper, meanwhile, building some confidence, have certainly done a lot of things a little bit better in this second set, and you can see the result of that.
They are passing to their setter. Bonifield is getting under the ball and is able to mix it up. She's really gone to Hannah Carson a few times.
So the Hawks ready to go after that timeout. Jandal will serve, and they lead it 9-5 after Park had won the first set rather easily. They come to the middle there, and the result is a good one for St. Louis Park as Stewart gets the kill off the net and down, so 9-6. McIntosh to serve here for the Orioles.
Nice deep serve handled by Ballard.
Strong hit there from Carson. Floreal just has to play this one over. Nice block by Floreal, but the Hawks are there with some defensive coverage. Tip to the outside, but again, they're ready.
St. Louis Park sending over a free ball.
And tipped home, a little off speed from Kendrick. Cooper's, besides we talked about receiving serve better, but they're moving better. They had a number of plays where they had, solid defensive coverage on a ball that could have hit the floor.
That's true. Their blockers are in the right spots, which makes it a lot easier for their defensive players to set up in the parts of the court that aren't covered by the block.
Try to go cross court, but it is wide, and Cooper will score it. And that we saw a good block by Kendrick that helped to set that up too. So Carson to serve, 5-point lead here for Cooper.
Kendrick's hang time in the air really benefiting Cooper.
And they won't get that one as Windward with a strong swing in the middle. St. Louis Park, been kind of interesting. They've gone to the middle attack fairly often here. Ewald in to serve.
This float, historically, in the last set was difficult to handle. Ballard made it look easy there.
And put away by Kendrick. Boy, Kendrick's really started to become a force in the match here for Cooper.
She really is. That perfect pass. Bonifield doesn't have to move her feet at all. She's just able to focus on where Kendrick is, set the ball to her hands. Kendrick can jump up early and get above those blockers.
Here's TT Longs to serve. Ewald will come right side with it. Lindgren way cross court, cut that one very sharp and is able to hit the court.
Starts off with that gorgeous pass from McIntosh. Really quickly getting her feet and her platform under that topspin serve from Long.
And Kendrick, a misfire there, and Park keeping back. Summer Ballard up for a big swing there, and we talked about her in the pregame. Hasn't had a lot of opportunities, but you can see why she's their leading hitter this year.
Absolutely. She just elevates and swings right over Lang's block on that play. Very athletic move.
Samara Ballard to serve here with a 4-point lead for Cooper. Ewald will come to Trotter. Off-speed roll there.
Off-speed shot by Ballard, dug by Lindgren in the back row.
They'll come middle with it there. Ewald just got the hands up, and now Trotter had it blocked. Nice job by Jandal.
Caitlin Jandal ready for that off-speed shot. gets her hands up early and sends the block where it's an unplayable ball.
And blocking, I think, is one of those skills that you can learn maybe even if you're not super experienced. If you got a little size, you can jump a little bit of timing. You know, that's something that you can do. And Cooper's, you know, we're seeing Kendrick with some good blocks, and now obviously Jandal a little bit too. So those are some things that can really help your team.
And a block's something that just shuts down a hitter's confidence as well. So maybe your whole team will benefit because the next hit won't be as aggressive next time because they're wary of the block.
Cooper up now 15-10 as they win that net battle. And Bonifield will serve here for the Hawks. Ooh, and it's a tough one. Trotter just gets there. There's another good block. And that hit is down as Cooper had crept up a lot of space in the corner, and they found it. So big point there for St. Louis Park. I don't think they wanted to fall behind any more than they were.
It was important for them, to stay within 5 points of Cooper here. And a great idea to just send it over on the second contact.
So Austin will serve here 15-11. Off the ceiling, Summer Ballard recovers, and they will play it over. Trotter on the outside, hammers it.
Fantastic pass by McIntosh, perfect set, and Trotter just weaving it in between the tape and the pin right here.
Yeah, there was not a lot of room there, nearly hitting that antenna, but not quite.
There's not much you can do on defense against that sort of swing with that much accuracy.
Florio going cross court, but missed.
Looked like Florio was hoping that the block had touched it. Maybe she was reaching for hands or swinging for hands when she went for it, but the call was not made.
Summer Ballard serving, and it's a serving error, so Park beneficiary there without having to do anything to get that point. So Trotter will serve now for St. Louis Park.
Nice pass on that jump serve.
And a scramble, but they cannot quite get it over, so good effort, but kill recorded there by Jandal, so 17-13 Hawks. Florio tipping into the middle, and nobody can get there.
Good idea by Florio. We haven't seen a lot of tips from the Orioles in this set too, so really effective on the right side.
McIntosh to serve here for St. Louis Park. Tough ball at the net, and then Lindgren a whiff on that one as she took her eye off it, trying to decide where to go.
Yeah, you're supposed to look at the block and then find the ball again. It looked like she just wasn't able to find the ball after locating the block.
But a serving error will give the Orioles the ball right back here, and they're back to within 3.
Some substitutions for the Orioles. It looks like we'll have Taylor Ewald back in. Now in the back row, setting for St. Louis Park.
And again, Cooper, a little difficulty handling Taylor's serves here, and it's 18-16, and a timeout now requested by Cooper. St. Louis Park has had a kind of a sluggish second set, but they're back to within 2 now.
Yeah, this float serve just doesn't have a lot of spin. It's hard to tell where the ball's going to go, and it just looked like Ballard kind of had her shoulders and her hips facing the fan section, and that's where the ball headed. Really aggressive serves from Ewald.
If you're Cooper, you have to look at the positive and say we're still ahead. You don't want to think about we were ahead by more and now they're creeping up on us here. But they've played a stronger second set in St. Louis Park. I mean, again, granted, they've been subbing a lot, and that's made a difference for them, too.
It has. Yeah, if you're Cooper, you're kind of asking what's working here. And serve receive was working, and really mixing it up on the sets is working, and getting Ballard beautiful sets on the outside is really effective. She's slamming the ball down tonight. So staying consistent in those categories would benefit them.
Ewald trying to continue her strong serving run. Samara Ballard this time getting the pass away, but they're not going to be able to get it over, so Park to within a point. Short float this time. Beener gets there and just swatted on over by Bonifield. And a strong block put up again by Kendrick.
Kendrick working really hard in the front row on this. Transitioning to her left side and to her right side. She's making plays all over the net.
Here's TT Longs to serve here for Cooper. They lead at 19-17, trying to even things up. Oops. Not able to get it done with the serve there. Back to a 1-point score. And Kim Lindgren will serve here for St. Louis Park.
Longs with the pass.
Dug up there. Here's Trotter down the line, but Beener is there ready for it. And Ballard misfiring there, and we're now evened up at 19 apiece.
Tough swing for Ballard, kind of having to back up and get her shoulder behind the ball. Looked like she went for an off-speed shot and missed it.
Lindgren to serve, trying to give her team the lead. Ballard tipping. Rolled to the middle and dropped into an open area there nicely by Windward and Park. I don't think they've had the lead yet in the second set until now. They go up 20-19.
20 points is a good time to take the lead in a volleyball set, so way to fight back for the Orioles in this game.
They come to Trotter. Good swing there, but dug up by Samara Ballard.
Bonifield outside to Ballard.
Too long. Right idea in terms of where she wanted to place that one, but just didn't quite hit the corner there. So another timeout taken, 21-19 Orioles.
So just from Cooper, we just saw a few hitting errors that we hadn't seen earlier in the set, but Bonifield was doing a great job mixing it up and setting her right sides and still getting it to Ballard enough. So yeah, Ballard doing a really nice tip here, kind of switching up her really strong cross-court shot. And lots of topspin on that swing from Trotter on the outside.
I think she might have been surprised that ball was dug up because she was a little late getting up again on the overpass, but ultimately it works out for a point for St. Louis Park.
Yeah, Samara Ballard kind of appeared out of nowhere from behind the block to dig that ball.
Good sign there. Still some smiles on the faces of Cooper when they come out of the huddle as they have fallen behind after leading pretty much the whole way in the set. Lindgren serving for St. Louis Park. And put away with a strong hit by Summer Ballard. When she's gotten the ball, in time, in rhythm, pretty tough to stop.
It's true. When she can swing over the block, setting up a defense behind it becomes very difficult. So then basically all the defenders are just playing read defense, trying to figure out which part of the court she's going to swing at.
Outside for Trotter, and hit the tape with that one. We're tied at 21. They go right side with it, and going to be called a lift there. It was a off-speed tip, and the blocker was kind of coming down.
Yeah, the ball stuck to her hands just a little bit too long.
Windward serving with a 1-point lead here for Park. It was just too long, and it's 23-21. As you see Ballard, a big swing. And I think that's a correct call. It was right over in front of it. It was still hard to tell, but the line judge right there, I think it was out. A little bit of a groan from the Cooper fan section, but. And comes back the other way, and this one is wide, so 24-21.
Cooper needs Ballard to be on, to be in this game. So if she's able to get these misfires out now, maybe she'll have her confidence built up for the next set.
And we had a net violation against St. Louis Park there, so Cooper stays alive, 24-22, as Bonifield will step to the service line here for the Hawks. They come to the middle, and the kill recorded by Stewart. And St. Louis Park, despite trailing for much of the way, ends up taking the second set 25-22, courtesy of this point right here. They've been pretty effective when they've gone middle, and that's exactly what we get here.
Yeah, really nice pass, beautiful set, and Stewart powers through the double middle block, Cooper's double middle block, and her team gets to celebrate.
So St. Louis Park may be feeling like they stole one a little bit in that second, as Cooper played much better. And the Orioles now lead 2-0. We'll be back with our third set coming up here on 12 Sports.
This is the moment I knew his future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest.
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
St. Louis Park rolled in the first set. The second, Cooper led most of the way before the Orioles pulled it out at the end. So St. Louis Park leading the Hawks 2-0 as we get set for our third set here on 12 Sports. Along with Lisa Murphy, I'm Jay Wilcox. Thanks for joining us for Metro West Conference Volleyball. And getting, as we said, toward late September here, and now conference races starting to come into focus a little bit more and everything too. So Metro West, they got some pretty decent volleyball. Of course, the teams out west probably are the Chaska and Chanhassen are the ones that have the bigger volleyball reputations, I would guess. But Ewald will serve to start things out for the Hawks.
We saw some really good things from Cooper in set 2. Some really good serve receive and some aggressive swings and blocking. Blocking really stood out from the Cooper Hawks. So hoping to see some of that, hoping to see great passes and getting the ball to Summer Ballard on the outside.
Yeah, they certainly had to like the way things went a lot more in the second and then in the first. I mean, sure, you're kind of disappointed, that you didn't pull it out, but they definitely played a lot stronger.
Yes, they did.
Ewald hoping to start things the right way for St. Louis Park. Here's Longs with the swing. Off the net, they'll have to play it here, and it is Samara Ballard to send it over. That one just crawled along the net. New point for St. Louis Park.
It looked like Kendrick got her hands on it, but just didn't maybe seal the net off enough so that it stayed on St. Louis Park's side.
And we had a net violation against Cooper as they tried to make that pass anyway, so another point here for St. Louis Park.
Good start for Ewald in the setting and serving position.
Longs backpedaling, trying to send that one over and couldn't quite do it. So a 3-0 start here. It was kind of the opposite of the way things started in the second set where Cooper jumped out early. Another tough serve. They do recover and get it though.
Long's doing a great job avoiding that huge block she was hitting against.
And Kendrick trying to eye where she wanted to go with that one a little bit. Took her eye off and it hits into the net. So 4-0 lead for Park. And Diener couldn't get the pass up enough. Nobody could get to it.
We were seeing a kind of a tough rotation from the Hawks over here. We have 3 hitters stacked on one side of the court. Everybody's running in order to get into position. And so really Bonifield having to trek her way across the court. And then if the ball's not there, having to change directions mid-sprint.
So a 6-0 lead for St. Louis Park now, as the Hawks have gotten off to a very slow start.
Hoping for a high pass that'll give Bonifield enough time to get under the ball.
Another tough serve from Ewald. Diener just couldn't get there. Mixing her location well with that serve too. This time they get it over and get a chance to play a rally, but the kill there for Windward, and St. Louis Park has jumped on them here in this third set.
Windward with that strong swing cross court. St. Louis Park finally getting a chance to play offense on that play.
And Cooper will get the side out. There is Monet Harris off the block and good, and Cooper finally gets an opportunity with the serve.
Is that Monet Harris's first serve of the evening?
I believe so. There's Summer Ballard with a block. Park had to play it off the ceiling, and they do so successfully. And Ballard with the kill, the block late getting there. As Lang couldn't get up in time.
So quick set and a quick elevation by Ballard. Forced that hole in the block.
Harris with the serve into the net though, so 9-2 lead here for St. Louis Park. Kim Lindgren to serve. And Ballard reaching for that one, just trying her best to get to it. There might have been somebody else that had an opportunity there, but
St. Louis Park not letting up in this set 3, just really aggressive on the serves, clean defense, getting the ball up to their setter, and strong outside swing from Trotter right there.
Ballard dug it up though, Samara Ballard it is. Off-speed hit there. They get to it again. Samara Ballard will play it over. Come to the right side and tipped around the block, but wide. Park asking for a touch on the ball by the blocker, but they did not get the call.
Good communication by both sisters. First, not to reach to the ball on the block, and then second, from Samara, not to try to dig the ball on the line.
Here's Trotter, and that one straight down.
Just a clean pass. Even though the setter is pulled off towards the 10-foot line, she has a really quick set, and Trotter's able to elevate. Block was up late. She took advantage and swung to the middle of the floor.
Here's Summer Ballard off speed a little bit there with that one. She had to reach for the ball, but did a nice job. Monafield will serve here for Cooper, trailing by 7. And denied there. Nice block thrown up by Carson.
Carson with a swing on the right side. Finds the deep corner.
Gives you a little confidence when you get that block, and then you get an opportunity for a strong hit.
Yep.
Trotter on the run and is able to sneak that one through the block there.
Kind of an unexpected roll shot into the block.
Sometimes the ones that are awkward for the hitter are the ones that are tough to defend because you just don't know that it's going to come like that.
It's equally awkward for the defense as well.
Here's Summer Ballard. Nice job getting to it though by Osted. Overpass there and put away by Stewart. She was ready for it, got up, timed it well, and puts it down. 13-5 St. Louis Park. Osted serves, Summer Ballard going to play that ball overhand, and kind of an awkward look. Had it there, so 14-5, and Coach Borges will take a timeout here on the Cooper side as you see what's coming up here for Cooper. Got a match over at Park Center that could be a pretty interesting one on Monday night. And then obviously Chanhassen, pretty tough opponent. They got Benilde coming up on the 29th. Got a few matches later in the season too. Coach was saying that they feel like they should have a pretty good chance at. So he's hoping to build a little momentum toward playoff time if they can scrape up a win here and there.
Yeah.
And then for the Orioles, they are going to Jefferson and got Richfield and Benilde with 3 conference matches here in the Metro West. It's always that fine line. You want to play good opponents, but I think you don't want to play just all good opponents to the point where you don't win much yourself
where
either.
Your girls get used to losing.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want that to be their mentality.
And you don't always know from year to year either. I mean, obviously these matches get scheduled quite a bit ahead of time, so you're not always sure what you're going to get from an opponent either from year to year. Ballard will get it back after the pass. Trotter off the block and good. The block was thrown up by Carson, but no coverage behind her.
Yeah, not enough communication to know that Monafield wasn't close enough to play the ball off the block and that Carson didn't know she needed to.
And that'll be an ace for Park as the Hawks thinking it was going to be out, and instead it drops in.
A nice jump serve. Yeah, finds the court inside the end line.
Sent over by Summer Ballard. Now Trotter off the block and good. They were up just a little late. She's, a little quicker getting to the ball probably than a lot of opponents that they'll see, and you can see they're just a little bit late a couple times getting set up. Here's Summer Ballard, and turnabout's fair play there. She thumps one off the Park player.
Beautiful swing from Ballard. I'd like to see Ballard swing hard every time. No more tips. She's just so powerful.
And a great serve right there. It's an ace, 17-7. It's a long road back, but you still want to, do what you can to get back into this one. And she had a couple great points in a row there.
Yep. Jump serve that just barely cleared the net. Kind of died right after it crossed. She mixed up where she served from that time. Give the serve receivers a different look.
Trotter trying to cut it cross court, but trying too hard, maybe a little bit there, and missed the court. And pounded home in the middle by Stewart. Stewart hasn't gotten a lot of balls tonight, but when she has, she's been effective.
Just even watching her facial expression as she went up for this swing, just so much determination, just a really fierce swing out of the middle. She didn't care if there was going to be a block there. Luckily, she missed it. Found the deep corner.
Off the ceiling, good recovery though by Longs, but then they still can't quite get it over. Or excuse me, Harris, not Longs there. Her hair was covering her number there briefly.
That has been difficult.
And that went off the ceiling, and they cannot recover. So, again, Park serving tough here as Trotter will put them into the 20s there, 20-8 for St. Louis Park.
Maybe a little home court advantage on St. Louis Park's part because they're used to playing things off of that center barrier and the low ceiling.
Yeah, I think that's definitely true. It's something that, daily that they are used to having. And Cooper's gym isn't all that dissimilar from this one, but I don't think it's quite as low with that middle part.
Yeah, right in the center of the net. Or lined up with the net, I should say.
Jandal the serve here for the Hawks, trailing at 20-9. They're down 2-0. And Lindgren a misfire there. Back to the middle they go. This time Kendrick wins the battle. Lindgren off the block and wide, so St. Louis Park will get the point.
Kendrick touching the ball again. It just looked like she wasn't pushing her hands over the net on that one. Instead, they were a little bit further away from the net, and the ball goes into the stands.
McIntosh the serve here for St. Louis Park. Ooh, and a tough one. Good job by Harris. Harris just squeezes that one over. Ooh, and then a collision. McIntosh and Trotter run into each other.
Great hustle and effort by St. Louis Park Orioles, though.
Really good job by Harris here. And then here's another look as both players go for it. And you'd rather see that than both of them let it just drop.
Yep. That was a really nice serve.
Comes off the ceiling and a tough one to get to. It just, you can't, you don't really see it coming, so you're not able to adjust in time to that ball when it came straight down like that.
Yeah.
And exactly who Cooper did not want to see on the service line here, Taylor Ewald. Oh, well, I was wrong. She served that one in the net. She's had a very good night serving.
Yeah,
but
she has not had a lot of errors. She's just been stellar for the Orioles tonight.
Renee Harris will serve here for Cooper, down 22-12. That ball might have been headed out. And then Ballard, let's see, is this ball good or not? And I'm going to rule it wide. I don't think the officials, they all looked at each other there. Ballard went up for the tip. And
it looked to me like it was in. I almost want to do a replay, but that might cause controversy.
23-12.
Oh,
we'll
here we go. Let's see.
It.
Ooh, it looked like it hit the sideline and was inbounds. That's a tough call.
And double contact called there on Park. And now see, even just, we're sitting about a foot apart. And from my vantage point, I thought it was out. So,
okay.
But on that replay, it looked like it might have possibly caught some line. But those are the kind of things you have to just quickly move on from, no matter if it goes your way or doesn't go your way.
Can't dwell on it.
Here's Trotter, cross court with it. Ballard a little off with that pass, and they won't get it over.
The set was kind of a shoot set, and maybe not what Ballard was expecting, but.
No, and I think Biener and Bonifield collided a little bit too, because the pass was so far off that Biener thought her setter wasn't going to be able to get there, so she was going to help out and take it. To the middle. And we'll get a net violation, looks like, against St. Louis Park, or was it?
Maybe their setter stepped over the center line. It was hard to tell from here because it didn't look like anyone hit the net.
Unless they called double hit. I couldn't see the signal that well. But anyway, the Hawks get the serve here and still alive. Bonifield sending it over.
Good defense by Ballard here.
And
both Ballards.
Summer Ballard will tip it into the middle. Had to really reach for that one, almost kind of a backhand tip.
Good thing she's tall. It might have hit the antenna if she hadn't saved it.
Looks like they were determined to have Stewart get the last word on this one, and she does right there as she gets the kill, and St. Louis Park will win our third set 25-15 on this point. They went to her a couple, 2-3 times in a row here. It kind of seemed as though Ewald said, let's get our senior middle an opportunity to get a kill to end the night.
I wish the camera was showing Stewart's face on that, just the determination. I just love it. So congratulations to Stewart for that final kill in set 3.
So St. Louis Park winning it tonight in 3. Cooper came strong in the second and led for much of the way, but they end up falling here in 3 straight, 25-11, 25-22, and 25-15. Hope you've enjoyed tonight's match here on 12 Sports. For Lisa Murphy and all of our crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. Good night from St. Louis Park High School.